So I've got a cup of tea in the go. I've just arrived at the lough, and there's two other people down there fishing, I think. But it's not early in the morning, but it's the morning, so it's time for tea already. I think I've got a banana here as well to help me through, and I haven't decided what flies to put on. I've a leader tied up and attached here, but I'm just not sure what flies I'm going to start with yet. And then I'll give it a wee cast. So, lovely day for it. And to be honest, I'm more out for the walk than the fishing today, which is why I'm in no rush to get started. Because when you get a day like this, you just like to sit and catch the rays, as they say, and enjoy the sun. Today's the day of the Northwest 200, which, for those who don't know, is a big motorbike race. It takes place up in sort of Coleraine, Portrush area. And so far they're getting lovely weather for it, which is great to see, because bad weather causes them a lot of problems, So the whole countryside's filled with people on motorbikes at the minute, all going to the races. So hopefully they have a good day up there, and I'll have a good day out here drinking tea. So, out for a cast, and I've decided to start with one of John Maclean's Connemara Blacks tied as a bob fly, because it's a lovely fly, as you can see. Well, I don't know if you can see it, because I don't know how close the GoPro focuses, but if you can see it, it looks lovely, and if you can't see it, well, it still looks lovely. They're fantastic flies, and John's doing some revolutionary stuff, and I'll see if I can get what's going on point. Because it's another weird thing, in that I wanted a brighter fly for today, and this is a dunkell that John has tied, again, as a more a bob fly town than a point fly. So I'm going to give these two a try, but they're certainly fabulous flies for the wet fly fisher, it's when you're inspired and you think, oh, those are really interesting flies, I think it gives you a bit of added confidence, doesn't it? Sure. So, I'm just sorting myself out here, as ever. The wind, one of them's already moved a fish. The wind's kind of a bit in my face, so... plus, the last day I was out, if you might recall, I was actually on a river, a very unusual thing for me. So it was a different rod. So I'm just sorting myself out with this rod. Because there's quite a pleasant wee breeze, actually. I thought it might have been flat calm today from the forecast. Well, I can only imagine if I'm casting into it that I'll soon end up with a few tangles, view of my level of incompetence, but that's okay as well. There's a bit of a hole here, so sometimes the fish come up that wee channel, so actually they can be quite close to the bank just at this bit. I can hear motorbikes over. I mean, the road must be, I don't know where we're hearing them from, 2 or 3 miles away probably. But there'll be a lot of people, the people who aren't at the racing, be out for a run maybe today, you know. We'll boogie along a wee step or two. Keep on the move. I think there was a wee change in the wind there, and I was able to hear the wee burn behind me. Just like it sounded like an odd noise came behind me. I think it was just the wee burn. Oh well. Maybe need to go around the corner. It's going to keep that up like that. Just casting into it won't be so much fun, you know. Wee tiny wee fish. Gotta say the wind feels a lot colder now. Feels like it's got cooler and you know, chances feel a lot less, but hey ho. There we go. Let's see if we can't get the wee fish away. So the wee fish came again on the Connemara Black, again tight as a bobfly on the top, and I have a goat's toe on the point now. I changed that under cover of darkness. But I'm starting to get hungry. It's several minutes since I had my tea. And I'm starting to feel like, you know, like maybe lunch couldn't be far away. Again, I think this is another one on the Connemara Black. Yeah, indeed. On the top. Oh. And not a bad wee fish for here, you know. There he goes. A fish moved, but no, we doubler. Not sure it was the same fish, to be honest. maybe it chased the flies in. Strange stuff happens. And it's on the Connemara Black as well. Your Connemara Blacks are cleaning up, John. He did so much spinning and turning. I have to sort ourselves out. Yeah. So after that wee patch of hooking quite a few wee fish, I think it's kind of just gone off. And I think I'm hungry, so I feel like it's time for my lunch. So I think what I'll do is I'll reel in and I'll go and make my lunch in the next wee burn along, and then I'll come back and fish a bit more in a minute or two. So I think I'll get some water on the go for my lunch. I'm having orzo pasta bolognese. What more could a chap ask for? A bit of bolognese. And a bit of boiling as well. So we'll get this boiled up, get the food made up, and sit here in this wee sheltered spot with a wee burn, have some lunch, then maybe another cast or two, because I've had quite a few wee fish, but I mean, you know, there's no rush to get fish exactly. And it's a lovely day, so we'll make the best of the nice day and maybe catch the odd fish as we go by. So a wee cup of tea, just before I have my my bolognese. These are, today's food is fire pot. I don't know if you can see that, can you? Maybe you can. And they make tasty meals as well for, you know, freeze-dried type stuff. So if you're looking for something, it's usually the real termite stuff I have, but the fire pot stuff's good as well. So, but first I'm gonna have my wee cup of tea, and then I'll have my lunch, and then we'll have another cast. More twigs, I explained to you, that's what holds the leaves on the trees. Oh, look at the big moth, is he? Oh, well. Oh no. Large dark olives. Yeah, that's what he looks like. Oh, it's like a wee pluck, and I missed him. Didn't miss him that time. Had to be fast though. Oh, another one on the Connemara Black on the bob. So I've just had my lunch, and as you can see, just had another wee fish. Nice to get some lunch. Not seeing many fish moving, I've got to say. That was just a bit of weed I caught in there. But I think there's more weed just where I've cast, so let's see if I don't get caught in that. Yeah, just touching the weed. So I'll go along a wee bit. Cast to the inside of the weed. See if there's anything out there. Oh, the fish moved. It wasn't my fly. Well, you have to be fast to get these wee boys. Another one on the Connemara Black. So there's quite a lot of weed down into this wee corner, but looked reasonable. It wasn't very good, just dropped in the water. Looked reasonable just to have one with last wee cast here before I turn and head back towards the car, which is the plan. Because I think that'll do me for one day. I've had a good day out, lovely day for it, nice mild day, you know, and a wee breeze as well to keep it pleasant, so you can't complain. I might have a cast or two on the way back, as you tend to do if I see a good spot, but I kind of feel like I've had as many fish as it's reasonable to have in one day. And that maybe I should call it quits. So what I'm going to do here is measure the pH of the water coming in this wee burn. This is the wee burn where I had my tea in the morning, and I measured the lough there and it's 4, and I measured the wee burn where I had my lunch and it's 4. So it'll be interesting to see what this shows us. And we'll just let it cook for a second or two. I don't know if you can see it, but I've got my colour chart here for the developments, and pretty much I would say that's 4 as well. Yeah, I've got to give that 4 as well. So the pH both in the lough and in all the wee incoming burns is running about 4, which is, I expect it maybe 4.5, you know, in view of the fact this is probably like, you know, poor fen or something. It wouldn't count as blanket bulb, but obviously there's a lot of sphagnum and stuff like that interfering with the water on its way down. So that's an interesting experiment, interesting to know and see. Not really very important. Either you catch fish or you don't, you know, but oh well, I like these things. So I think that'll do me for today. Time to call it quits. Great day out, loads and loads of fish, just all on wee, but they always are here. most of them to the Connemara Black, and lots of action. Not much in the way of rising fish though, just until the last few minutes, when there's obviously something getting them moving out there. But what a lovely day, you know.